Good morning, guys. Welcome to Butte Mountain Homestead. I'm zoomed in on a quail's nest right there. Mama's not sitting on it, so I can show it. I haven't touched it. I'm going to zoom back out. But, yeah, this is the Artemisia I was printing back the other day when she startled me, so I don't know where she's at. Hopefully Gypsy doesn't have anything to do with this, with her not being there. I actually don't see her at all. So hopefully I don't see a dead bird. So I'm going to, oh boy, you can hear the bull down below. Some cows got into the yard yesterday and they had them in the corral overnight, but the bulls don't like them being moved, so you can hear them bawling. So I'm not sure where Mama Quail is. I hope I don't see her dead around here. Anyways, I'm working on a few things today. Gypsy the cat, my helper. So I'm just moving the yard waste over to the garden. So let me get out to the garden and I'll show you what I'm working on. Okay, so two things I'm working on. Well, one is I'm just doing some little cleanup of stuff. There's these little weeds right here that are a nuisance. So I'm going to pull those. See, they're everywhere. And they're really sticky. I mean, I don't know if glue's made from them or not. But I have my helpers this morning. And I'm going to show you a little fiasco that happened yesterday that I wasn't aware of. There's Gypsy out here with the chickens. Huh. All 5 of them are out. They've been kind of eating a little bit of the zucchini leaves, but they like following me around because they think I'm going to give them bugs. But so I came out last night after being gone all day. So I was out here yesterday morning. And we've been turning on the misters for the chickens when it's really hot and closing the windows. But I heard the sound of water that wasn't the misters. And I looked, and this bed's watering system had been on all day. They're on timers. So I went over and I checked the timer, which is over there. And it said it had 8 minutes left. So it was stuck all day. I mean, all day. So I don't know if I've technically killed my melon plants or not. I still don't know what this is right here. No idea. I guess I could do a leaf identifier, but so this was all flooded. This is all flooded, still is. Luckily, and I will say this, and I had to kind of sell Jean on it because we don't have water to waste, guys, at all. And for water, luckily it was only this bed and not all of them running all day. But is it this absorbed, that absorbed, and most of the rose garden absorbed a lot of water. The hollyhocks on the other side, the chicken coop, don't need to be watered for a while because this is all a downhill slope. The irises and the blueberries, they don't have to be watered for a while. And I think it actually reached out to the orchard trees. So I did, I need to take the netting off of the peach tree. I don't need it anymore. It was to protect the peaches from the birds, and the grasshoppers ate the whole thing. But so I need to take that off today. I'm going to take the netting off of the citrus trees. But yeah, so last night I turned off the water to all the beds. All these beds. These are, I hook a hose up, but so I turned the water off to all of this. The only water I left on was for here because this is upper anyways. So this bed, which waters this bed, and the hydrangea, the buddleias, the red bud tree, and let's see, I think the Texas Ranger shrub. This is one thing I'm going to work on today, is I'm going to get the weeds out of here, and I'm going to prune back the zinnias. They're pretty tall. Next year I'm going to put zinnias in the back, and I'll show you that when I get out there. But yeah, the squash, it's looking haggard, and what fruit comes on doesn't stay, so I don't know. I'm just going to leave it. I did spray it for spider mites with an organic spray, but it's yeah, the fruit isn't staying, and I know that it's getting pollinated because and when I sprayed in the evening when there was no bees, but I know that it's getting pollinated because it's loaded in bees, and it's growing wild, which is awesome, but I digress. So I kept the water on to get all of that stuff watered, and it also waters all of this out to the lilac right there. So I kept that on. And then let's see, the tomatoes have gotten too much water, so they are splitting, so I need to quit with that. And yeah, we're getting tomatoes off of there, but so this is inside the shade cloth. So let's see, this one is stunted. This I don't know what happened. The only thing I can think happened is no, that was a sucker, so that wasn't the real. I don't know. It's I didn't prune anything up top here for it to stop, so I have no idea. I have no idea what happened. So luckily there is some new growth on here, so I'm just gonna let it go and do whatever it's gonna do, but I don't know why. These aren't determinate tomatoes. These are the celebrities, and those are the Abe Lincolns. You can clearly see these are not determinate because these are still going and they're creating more fruit, which I'm excited about. But yeah, there's some the grasshopper still had ate. I just left those. And yeah, they're splitting. A lot of them over there have split. So I've just been in here looking at see if there's any tomato worms. But because I see this damage right there, but I don't see any other signs of tomato worms. So hang tight, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So there's no new growth on this thyme at all. So I did pick up a new thyme yesterday and a new parsley. So I'm going to go ahead and dig this out this morning and get that replaced. And let's see, what else? Oh, the parsley I will probably put in this bed because it gets water. So I'm trying to remember what I'm going to put in here. I had to do some extreme figuring out on so I could do crop rotation correctly this year. But yeah, so I don't want, because it's a perennial, so I want to keep it this end of the bed because I want to plant the rest of that with whatever I'm going to plant. Like I said, I don't remember. Oh, carrots and beets, I think. We'll see. Just because this is really fibrous from the roots from the cottonwood. So we'll see. Beets would be okay, but carrots probably not so much. So we'll see about that. There's still another helper, huh? Oh goodness sakes. Oh goodness sakes, yes. Okay, so, and I'm going to do weed patrol. Oh, but back to the water situation. So yeah, everything's off water today. Everything. I'm going to clean this bed out. I did get it sprayed, but I don't think it matters. So I'm going to at least get all the leaves out for sure. And then I like keeping momentum going. So if this is going to take me too long, it's going to take me out of momentum for everything else. But I got the chicken coop straw put down because this was a swamp. I mean, a swamp. So yeah, I got straw put down last night. I brought out a fly trap that I'm going to hang in there. And I need to add water to that one. They're just so gross. But I'm going to do that real quick. I'm just going to get started on all this. But yeah, see this bed? Look at how much water it absorbed. Huh. So, alright guys. So I'm going to get after it and I will show you as I go along. And here's my helpers. And I think I have a gopher or a vole trying to get into this bed. One nice thing is every single one of these beds has chicken wire at the bottom of it. So there's not going to be any voles or gophers coming up in the bottom of them. So I'm going to get after it and then I will show you when I've made some progress. really quick. Mama quail is back. So Gypsy did not hurt her. Oh, and I hear her partner talking to her. So I'm going to leave her alone. So real quick, this is the thyme that I bought. It says thyme summer. It smells like thyme. Yes, I could have started it from seed, but it takes forever to germinate. And I want some of this to grow to where I can harvest some and dry some because I'm out in the house. And I wanted to do it for some gifts, and I don't know if I'll be able to do that. And then the parsley. This is just regular old Italian dark single parsley. So I'm going to get these pruned up. At Home Depot, where I live, their garden center's a little, yeah, there's lots of plants, and I see people out there, but some of the tomatoes were so wilty and dry. I'm hoping, I mean, the lady was watering yesterday, but I hope by how dry and wilty they were, I don't think some of the plants got watered. But anyways, I'm just going to clean this up and get those planted, get that one dug out, and go from there. So hang tight. Okay, real quick, I'm going to show you. So I got the thyme planted there, and I went ahead and just put the parsley, oops, excuse the shadow. I just put the parsley there because there is a water source right here. And that way I don't have to worry about not being able to use this bed. So I did use a little bit of soil out of there, but Gypsy. No, don't you go potties. Good morning, Gypsy cat. Gypsy. Gypsy. Oh, goodness. Alright, guys. I did go ahead and took out the last volunteer or tomato, tomato start that was right there. It just didn't ever root in, so I just went ahead and pulled it. And lots of zucchini coming on. Lots of zucchini coming on. I'm not going to show you right now because the bees are doing their thing, but oh yeah, there's two nice size ones right down there, so I actually might harvest those because they'll be too big tonight. So I'm going to brave the bees and get those. Hang tight. So yeah, pretty nice size ones. This one would have been, oh, it's borderline. I'm going to shred that one, put that in the freezer, but I'll have this one tonight for supper. I got one more in there, and then there'll be one ready to pick either tonight or tomorrow morning. So pretty awesome. Okay, it's starting to get warm, so I'm going to get after it. Okay, so I was able to get this mini rose bush out. That thing was in there. But anyways, I found a hollyhock over by the garden that I didn't want, so I just put it in its place for right now. So let's see what else. I got the netting off of the lime or lemon tree, and I got the netting off of the lime tree, and I got this all cleared out of those dead leaves. These just keep falling. I did cut them back quite a bit because I do see new growth down there, so I'm going to prune a little bit more, and then I'm just going to prune all the dead stuff off all of these. It just makes a mess. So I do a little bit at a time. I was able to take the yard waste container down, but yeah, I'm not going to pick up every single leaf. I'm not that fancy. I mean, I do want it tidy, but I'm not that fancy. So, and I see the celery's bouncing back right there too. Looks like these green beans, it's like the chickens have kind of helped themselves, but these green beans are coming up. I reseeded through here and I don't see any others coming up, so I'm not sure what's going on there, but I'll just keep an eye on it. Let's see. I got the dead leaves for the most part cleaned up out of here. Yeah, I hope I didn't kill this with all the water. Look, there's new cantaloupe forming too. We've really been enjoying the cantaloupe. So I see a lot of them. Lots of them forming down there. Hopefully they'll be alright. I do see some of that pest damage. Gosh. I don't know what it is. I really don't. So hopefully it doesn't kill them before the rest of the fruit ripens. But we have that one. I just need to get some sort of like a old piece of pantyhose or netting or something to hold that up. And I don't see any new honeydew forming. As far as like big ones, like that one kind of had shocked me that was just there. But oh, there might be some little guys. Might be some little guys. We might get some yet. I mean, the bees are doing their thing, so. Whoa, wasp are, it's getting warm and the wasps are coming out and the hornets. So I haven't made it over there yet. I was going to have a water break and then do that before lunch. So, oop, chickens are doing their thing. See, you can tell from here that damage. I guess it's spider mites, but it's not very fun. So, anyways, that's where I'm at so far. It's looking good. Oh, where did I see new growth on something that I wasn't expecting to see new growth on? Oh, that's a bummer. Let's see. The apple trees over there. Oh, there's a buddleia. One of the buddleias over there that I thought was dead. There's one tiny green leaf. So I'm going to leave them. I still haven't checked that one right there. Why don't we go check that one real quick? The Ellen Chickering Salvia does have green on it, but let's go check all that out real quick. All this hollyhock growth is sure pretty. This is on the way there. Those bulbs kind of surface, so I need to get some soil on those. I have a tub of soil over there. The grasshoppers ate my photinia seedlings, and then I just couldn't keep them watered fast enough, so I didn't videotape this, but I did cut back all these echinacea, and it looks like that spray that I used to kill the grasshoppers, some plants didn't like it. So I think I lost, again, I'm just going to leave it, but I think I lost my ceanothus. Look at this. This is crispy. I mean, there's nothing wick about that. So I'm just going to leave it. I do see new growth in there. So I'll just wait till spring, and then whatever's dead, I will cut off and leave the rest. So it's getting watered in the meantime. But yeah, the apple tree has growth coming back. So no apples this year, but that's how it goes. Let's see. This buddleia has new growth. I think I see bud leaves. Oh yeah, this is the Laurel Bay. So there's new on that. So I'm not going to cut it back because I would be cutting, I mean, I guess I could, but we'll just leave. There's some green on there, so I want the plant to absorb as much photosynthesis as possible. If I cut all that off, then it won't. So I'm just going to leave it. Rosemary's doing fine. But here's the, this is the Ellen Chickering Salvia. So look, there's green on there. And it's fresh green. So this is the one I want to see if there's any signs of life at all. And I don't see one speck of green on this one. I mean, if I see one, I'll be happy. But I don't. Oh, and I don't see any new buds up there trying to pop out, you know, like something like this. I mean, that's crispy critter. Let's see if it's wick. I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, I see nothing green on here whatsoever. That is a bummer. Well, these things do grow fast for me. I'm going to leave it. I'm not taking it down now. It's too hot. So, yep, I don't see anything on there. Alrighty, so that's that one. Let's see, this apple tree, if there's any new growth at all. It's wick, so I'm going to leave it too. I need to check the emitters to these because those should not be dying. So I'm going to check the emitters to those. Sorry guys, this is just rough looking, but it's just how it goes. Let's see, I saw one green leaf. Oh, right there. Actually, there's two. Look at right there and right there and right, yep, and right there. So, I mean, this is, look at this. Oh, but see, look, that's green. So now I need to come and cut that off. Let's do this. No? Oh, there we go. Yep, so I need to come fix that. See if there's any sign of life on this one. I don't think so. Oh, 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 I do. Sweet. Oh, yay. Right down in there. Right there. Right there. Right down there. Oh, there's lots of little tiny. Okay, I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to cut it all the way back and dig it up. So I'm just going to let it do what it's going to do, and I'm going to do the same thing as with the ceanothus. Come spring, if there's dead stuff on it, then I'll cut the dead off. Otherwise, I'm just going to let it recover. So, all right. Sweet. Oh, yeah. This is just a hot mess, you guys. This is, hey. But this is the longest I've been able to be out so far this summer. We're only supposed to be 91 tomorrow, and that's in the afternoon, so I might be able to be outside most of the day tomorrow. I'm excited about that. So, I need to pull up some weeds. Yeah, there's green on here, and then there's dead. So, I don't know. I don't know. So the irises need to be cut back. Those can wait. I mean, the grasshoppers basically did it for me, so those can wait. But yeah, it's shaping up. It really is. So, okay, I'm going to go out to the cottage garden and get going on that, so hang tight. I just was getting ready to film the thermometer before it started going wonky, but it showed 126 in here. Right now it shows like negative 188, and then it just blacks out. But that says 108, but it's also, remember, the sensor for that one is facing out and the sensor for that one is facing that way. So, and this shade cloth is helping a little bit. Oh, there's a bird wanting to get a drink of water. Okay. Brought my water in here to maybe get it out of the I just don't want bugs in it, but nice to know that grasshoppers aren't in here anymore. Phew, there is no airflow, none whatsoever. Phew, I'm supposed to start seeds next month, and I don't know, they might not get started in here. Phew. Okay, I actually got a lot done. I didn't get all that weeded back there, but because of the water snafu, a lot of that was pretty loose soil or really damp soil, so I technically don't have to water that. I usually hand water that, or the garden overflow. That's why it's all planted there. But I pruned back the hollyhocks. I did disperse seeds all along there. The squash was trying to grow in the hydrangea, the oak leaf hydrangea, which is right here. It's doing really good. Pruned the rose. The water didn't make it all the way over to here, so that's fine. I'm going to water right now anyways. So yeah, the squash was entangled in the oak leaf hydrangea. It was entangled in the red bud. So I just loosened it up. There's fruit on there, but there's not as many big ones as that I thought there should be by now. But we'll just let it go, and what we get is what we get. So what I need to do is soak all this, so because they pull up real easy. But look at all the new growth on the red bud. Yeah, so I cut the hollyhocks back. I deadheaded the zinnias. I did leave a couple because I was going to show you. And the bees usually work okay with me, but they were starting to get a little irritated with me. So I'm going to try to show you one-handed. So hold on. Okay, what I do when I first prune them, when they're first growing, and then as they're growing to encourage more growth, is I go down, see this one's pretty much spent. There isn't any, I mean there's some that are really spent, like right here, but the bees are on them, so like that one's really spent. If they're like dried up, I've been scattering the seeds. But what I do is I just go right here and I clip right above that, because what's going to happen is where I cut, then 2 new shoots are going to come out this way. So just like that, and now 2 new shoots are going to come out. One's going to come out there and one's going to come out there. And I have no idea where that went. Went down there somewhere. I'll get it later. And then for some reason, oh, I know why, because this was the California mix. Because I don't like that color in here, but I'm leaving it. So I'm not saving any of the seeds for out here, but I don't want that color out here. I just want the pinks, purples, whites, greens, that type of thing. So yep. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these real quick. Like I said, oh, see, this one's already spent. So I'm just going to follow it down without dropping my phone. Oh gosh, hold on. Just clip it right there. And I'm going to do that real quick to the rest of these. And then I tried to do the echinacea, but the bees aren't having it. And I do want this to reseed in here, so I am going to let some of them, like this one right here. Looks kind of haggard. Oops, my darn glove. I'm sorry, guys. Gosh, I always do that. But I don't edit it out. So this one's pretty spent. Is I'm going to leave it and let it do its thing. And it'll reseed itself. So I do want that to reseed itself. And then I'm going to be mindful about where I place zinnias. Next year I will put zinnias more in the back here. More like through here. All back through here. Up through the dahlias, around the dahlias. I'm not sure about that because of the rose. So we'll see where the zinnias go. So, alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Oop, almost dropped you. Hold on just a second. There we go. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. So yeah, I got a lot done. Just piddling, getting a lot done. I was able to pull some star thistle even because the garden overflow soaked those pretty good too. So I was able to pull some star thistle. And actually Gene just got home early for lunch, and he asked me what we're going to do out here with it, and I said, well, that's my plan, is to just soak them, and then they pull real easy. So this is only going to take me like 5 minutes. I might have to wait till tonight because the bees are doing their thing, so I might let the bees do their thing. But and these are the polar bear white zinnias, and there's a rose of Sharon, so really cute. And oh, and I pulled that dead plant, whatever it was right there, and it was really soaked anyways. But look at the hollyhocks that I transplanted in here, or those I had started from seed. Those are really growing. So yeah, this should be a pretty cool wall of hollyhocks all the way through here, because I want this to be just full. So I have to wait and be patient on the things that are supposed to be big, like the Texas Ranger, the Buddleias. That oak leaf hydrangea, you guys, is going to be a monster in its day. So this area right here is just going to be, I say within 2 years, this will be pretty full. I might end up having to move that rose. But it's supposed to get pretty tall. I think it's supposed to get 4 by 4. So I might just leave it. It's this first year. So don't know if the sunflower is going to bloom because the grasshoppers. But that's how it goes. Alright guys, I'm going to go in and fix me something cold to drink. Fix Gene and I some lunch and have a rest. And yeah, it's nice to be able to do more than 2.5 hours. So awesome. Alright guys, see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like. Oh, and you know, because I do videos every Monday, is for the random ones, sometimes you don't know if I'm going to do a random one, is hit that notification bell, and that'll tell you when a new one comes up. So that'll help me too. So alrighty, see you on the next video. Thanks guys, bye.